Hi, everyone. Welcome to our webinar. Today, we bring to you a session for anybody who wants to empower their customer service team with skills that bring stronger business results. And of course, we're talking about courses that come from TalentLibrary. Join us today to see what's new in TalentLibrary and, of course, how the newest course additions and all of the updates will help you cover the skills that your customer service team needs to find success in their work and, of course, to further and broaden their skills even more. Let's get started. My name is Theo. I'm part of the customer education team, and I'll be hosting the session today alongside my good colleague and special guest, Elena.
Hi, everybody. This is Elena. I'm a member of the Content Library team, and I'm here today to share information about Talent Library and our new course collections with a focus on customer service and customer success.
Thank you, Elena. And you'll hear from Elena a lot more in a moment. But first, let's see a few things together. Before we begin, I want to let you know, and you'll already seen the related button that comes up. This session is recorded, so you will receive the recording once the session is over. And of course, we encourage you to share it with anybody who you would like to see what's new in TalentLibrary this time. And we're also here to answer your questions. So there will be a live Q&A at the end of the webinar. Feel free to submit your questions using the Q&A button that you see in the meeting controls right now. Behind the scenes, Irini, our trusted trainer, will also answer questions on the chat, but me and Elena, we will do our best to answer as many questions as possible live. So send us questions, not only about TalentLibrary, but anything related to TalentLMS. And today, we bring to you a few key points. First, what is TalentLibrary? I know that most of you might have already had TalentLibrary on your account, so you just want to see what's new. But I'm pretty sure there are a few people among us that don't have TalentLibrary yet, and they enroll to see if TalentLibrary is fitting their training needs. So we're going to just give you a quick recap of what TalentLibrary is. And of course, we're going to focus on the new course additions. That's why we're here today, and we will see how we can empower your customer-facing teams with the new updates in TalentLibrary. And I'm going to share a few tips from my end as a trainer on how to manage your TalentLibrary courses. And of course, we'll focus on your questions at the end. So with that said, if you want to start sending your questions, but what I want to do right now is to give Elena the floor and of course, start discussing what TalentLibrary is and what's new here.
Thank you, Theo. Well, I'll start with some general information for those who may not be familiar with the product. Talent Library is a library of over 800 bite-sized animated courses, 100 of which are available in Spanish, fully localized. The main library categories are leadership, human resources, sales and service, technology, safety and compliance. And then, of course, we also have our business skills and personal development categories that include a variety of topics from courses diving into KPIs and data analysis to emotional intelligence and mindfulness, and also courses that contribute to enhancing specific teams' performance with topics on marketing or quality management, and many more. Our primary goal is to produce and offer engaging self-paced courses around important workplace training topics. So to explain a little bit about that, when it comes to engagement, our learning approach is firmly rooted in the power of visual communication and the power of storytelling. The courses are short to easily fit in one schedule, and the level of information for the majority of the courses aims to create awareness and essentially enable learners to develop a good understanding of the topic and to build a foundation for further study, given it's needed. Now, when it comes to navigating Talent Library, essentially supporting you on organizing your training, the courses are pre-organized in meaningful groupings, our collections. These are a more detailed breakdown of the main categories. And in essence, what they offer is pre-organized hours of training in a specific topic wrapped in bite-sized courses. To give you an example of what I mean, let me share our updates on the sales and service category, and I'll explain at the end. But of course, don't get me wrong, there's no restriction to pick any courses from any different collection and create your own custom learning path if needed. So for our customer service launch and updates, within the library and following our latest release, there are now 55 courses available to support your customer facing teams. We have added a new collection on customer success topics, and we have enhanced our 3 existing customer service collections, Essentials, Applied, and Mastery, with new courses and updates on older courses. Now, starting with the updates, our Customer Service Essentials was one of the 7 collections of our first ever product launch back in May of 2020, and back when we had only 70 courses. So it was time for an update. We have kept the same titles, but with new animation and a fresh approach to the topics. This collection is a good starting point for everyone who is just entering a career in a customer facing role and needs to build essential knowledge and be able to fit their training in their busy schedule. Now, to further enhance the collection with this release, we have new entries that are also appropriate for senior roles. And the new topics are on teamwork, time management, how to say no, the customer service mindset, and key customer service interactions. Each of the courses in the Essentials collection is no longer than 15 minutes, and they all include a quiz and downloadable material for reinforcing the learning once the learners are done. Moving on to our Customer Applied collection that consists of 5 courses, but we've added 1. This collection has courses for a deeper understanding in managing customer communication, and it has a new entry on cultural awareness. Navigating and managing cultural differences can be tricky at times, especially when dealing with customers from around the world. So this course will help your team members avoid bias and respect cultural differences whenever they appear and they crop up. And then moving on to Customer Service Mastery, our largest collection of courses on customer service. It now has a total of 18 courses and offers skills that employees and senior employees can use to master their role. Among new entries, you will find courses on KPIs, OKRs, and how to manage customer data to inform company strategy and boost growth. And last but not least, the Customer Success Collection. Starting with the onboarding process up to learning effective ways to manage customer churn, this collection will guide employees of the respective team to help customers achieve their desired core outcomes and goals and get value from the product or service you offer. Now, to get back to my example, our sales and service category has, as mentioned, for the customer service topic, a total of 55 courses. All the courses are no longer than 15 minutes, meaning they can easily fit in most busy schedules. But by gradually completing all courses, an individual ultimately undergoes 13 hours of training. Not bad, right? So that's it when it comes to our launch, and our updates on customer service. But if Theo allows me, I'd like to also quickly mention our new entries.
Yes, of course. That's why we're here. So if you want, go ahead.
Okay, I meant our other new entries. So we constantly try to enhance existing collections. Therefore, we have new courses in our dedicated KPIs and OKRs collection. And then we have new courses on our workplace safety collection as well, which is one of our fastest growing collections since it's in high demand and very important. And in our attempt to further support the broader human resources category, we have introduced this time around collections on neurodiversity and mental health awareness. And we also have a dedicated collection on remote working. Throughout the library, there are various courses on remote working for managers or specific teams, but this is a more general collection with giving information that anyone that's useful for any role within a company. Now, if I may recommend a course to check out, it would be the one on remote working and workplace harassment with the new era we have entered. And this course is on the policies needed to protect remote workers and how to approach harassment within remote teams. So that was it from me. I hope the
Thank you, Elena.
information was useful. You're welcome.
Thank you, Alan. I think it was very useful, not only because I had a sneak preview of the courses, but also because these courses don't specifically only cover a specific part of a job or a specific skill for a role, but they really apply to everybody. And this is more important, especially in hybrid environments or in anybody who wants to transfer to different roles, but still take a lot of skills with them, right? So let me share with you a few tips. And with that said, I'm going to bring a very familiar view, I think, that you might have seen before, and that is the administrator's dashboard of TalentLMS. So I want to share three different tips. The first one is on how you can get TalentLibrary and how you can also see what are the options for you when it comes to getting collections from the course or in the library. So if you want, you can add TalentLibrary to your subscription. So the quickest way to do it, if you don't already have TalentLibrary, is as an administrator in TalentLMS to go to account settings, and from there, just go to subscription. What you'll see is that you have this drop down here where you can include TalentLibrary, and we do suggest that you include it, of course. Now, how do you get courses from TalentLibrary though? Because, okay, you added the TalentLibrary to your subscription, but what happens next? You get immediate access to the course store. The course store, still as an administrator, is where you can find all of the collections and all of the course of TalentLibrary. So for example, what you see here is collections that are expandable. So you see, for example, 178 different courses in business skills, or as Elena said, for example, human resources, leadership, and again, you can really explore a lot here. What I'm going to focus on is how you get those courses. So let's say that we talk about business skills, and something that Elena really stressed today is remote work, especially for hybrid teams. So I'm going to click on the remote working collection here, and you can see all of the pertinent courses that you would have. So what I'm going to do is just add one, and one that I feel it's very important for everybody to be aware, which is remote working and workplace harassment. So to get this course, very quickly, click get the course, and then that's it. You can just add it to your portal. And then, of course, you can go ahead and edit the course information, or you can continue and keep on browsing the different collections. What if you want to get all of those courses, not just one as I did here? Well, very easily, you can click Get All from there. And now you see I already had one. So now 4 courses will be added. So just go ahead, say yes, and that's it. Now, all of those courses have been added to your portal. So quick and easy, you add TalentLibrary to your subscription, straight to the course store, and this is how you get the courses. Now, second tip, because these are courses, as I said before, that everybody can benefit of. So you get new hires, or you get to set up your TalentLMS account, and then you would like to provide those courses to everybody that joins that account, every new member. How can we do it automatically, and how can we do it easily? Well, that can be done through groups. So what we will do is we will create a default group that any new member who joins your account will be automatically enrolled, and of course, they will get the course of that group. Just a reminder for anybody who's not familiar with groups, groups is the feature of TalentLMS that helps you to mass assign courses to people quickly and easily. So if you want, follow me here. We can add a group. That's the very first thing that we have to do, provided that we just got the courses from the course store, right? So we're gonna add a group, and I'm gonna call it, well, not in capitals because I don't want to seem that I'm shouting. So that's gonna be remote courses, just the name of the group. Just add the group as it is. Again, the name can be anything. And you skip the users. You don't want to determine which will get the courses yet, because we want it to be for any new user. So they're not on the system yet. We go directly to the courses. And very conveniently, you'll see that the courses that I chose recently, they appear first. So I'm gonna add those courses in my group. So here we go. And that's it. I have the group, I put the courses, I don't bother about the users. Let's go back to our dashboard. You can click the logo and go back to your dashboard. How do we make this a default setting so any new member gets the courses? Quick and easy, account settings, especially users. You see here, we have a setting which is called default group. What does it do? The moment a new entry, a new user gets access to the accounts, automatically they get enrolled to the group, and of course, they get the courses that we chose. So can you guess which one I'm going to put here? That's it, remote courses. And of course, I'm going to save. So if I add, for example, our colleague John, who actually is getting started tomorrow in this portal, John will get all the courses in the remote group. Quick and easy without me doing anything, just adding the person to the account. And we might have this type of training, that's my tip number 3, that you would prefer to give again and again and again, and just have it as a refresher training for people who really need to get it. For example, we have compliance training, or we might have harassment training, basically anti-harassment training, or we might have training that is mandatory for that specific business to provide to people. Of course, I'm going to show you with the TalentLibrary course, but this can be applied to any course that you have in your account. So how do we do it? If we get to the course store, you can select your courses, right? And where do your courses get? Into your course list here. Whatever you create or whatever you get from the store, they will be applied onto your courses list there. So let's go to the courses list. And a very quick tip and easy is to click on last updated, and here you see the latest course that I've been working on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose this one, remote working and workplace harassment. This is something that's pretty much everybody needs to take at least 1 year, maybe twice. So click on the course and you see the course settings. You can do that as an admin, you can do that as an instructor, still you have access to the course settings. And all you need to do is set a certificate, because that will be the token that resets and reassigns the course every time. So if I go to certificate here, just select whichever you prefer. I'm going to go fancy, because why not? And this is what we do add the certificate for. The certificate is fine. You can get it when you complete the course, and it's always a good thing to have, just to verify that you have gotten something from the course as well as a takeaway. But for this occasion, we do it to trigger the duration here. So let's say that we want this course to be repeated once per year by everybody who has completed once. So I set 1 year the duration of the certificate, and this is where the magic happens. Reassign the course to the user. That's what we did. That's why we use the certificate. We used it to set the duration and to automatically reassign the course to the user when the certificate expires. Or proactively 1 week before the certificate expires. So if you have an auditor coming to your business and they want to make sure that everybody's certified 24/7, 365, absolutely, you can still reset and reassign the course automatically when it's due to be taken again based on the certification duration, but still they will do it while still having a valid certificate. So nobody will get fined, nobody will not be found compliant and certified at all times. Of course, update your course to save your settings, and that's it. Set it, forget it. Everybody who gets this course, complete it, get a certificate. 1 year goes by based on my settings, reset automatically, reassign the course automatically, so they're always recertified. I hope that helps, and I hope that brings to you a bit more detail about how we can maximize the value, not only of the library courses, but also the features of TalentLMS in combination with the library courses. Elena, are you ready for some questions?
Yes, of course, sure.
All right, so what I'm going to do is start with this one. And that is something that many people are asking. I can see on the chat already. What's next? You're telling us update now. When are we going to hear from you, and how are we going to hear from you again?
Okay, sure. Good question. What's next? Okay, there's 2 questions there. When, now, and what's next? 3, actually. So first of all, you will hear from us again mid-January, I'm sorry, with 50 new courses. So that's our next launch. The focus this time around will be even more on HR. So we will introduce collections on company culture, career transition, employee retention, HR strategy, and then some courses on general strategy development and how to master creativity. So we're going to have a dedicated collection on the creative process. Now, of course, we always notify all our customers and our non-talent library customers with a newsletter whenever we have a new product launch. And the newsletter will include all the information that users need, the exact number of new courses, the updated courses, the exact number and names of collections. So it acts as a guide as well for them to locate what's new. And then when it comes to updates, again, there's always a disclaimer explaining, the new course codes, updated course codes, or the process they will need to follow to receive the updated version of courses. So everything is always communicated via newsletter. I hope I covered all three.
Yes, and I'm pretty sure that you will see Elena again on your screen next time we have an update, because that's why we organize those specific webinars. So another question that has come up, and I'm going to answer this, that is from Cheryl. I hope I pronounce your name correctly. So Cheryl is asking, is there a way to select these as optional learning versus assigned? Great question, Cheryl. So let me answer this in two different ways. You have the option to choose what will be assigned, what will be optional, and of course, assigned, I believe that you mean mandatory, right? So you have the power to choose whichever course will be optional, whichever course will be mandatory or assigned. The option to make it mandatory, assuming that the assigned means mandatory, the option to make it optional is to just leave them on the catalog. And I'm going to show you what is very important to check. When you get a course from the course store, from TalentLibrary, and have it on your course list right here, what you will see is that if I click on any course, for example, this one, but again, I can do it with any TalentLibrary course, there is a very specific box here that we have to check, which is called Hide from Course Catalog. What does that mean? It means that the TalentLibrary courses, when you obtain them from the store, they're not visible to the learners. And that's why we don't want to give them the course before giving you the time to check if you would like to change anything in the settings, or if you would like to add more content, which of course you can do. So by default, the courses are hidden from the catalog. When you assign a course to somebody, either from a group or directly as a user, it doesn't matter if it's hidden or not, they will see the course because you gave the course to the person through a group or individually. But if you want to make it optional, yes, you need to untick this box, so unhide from the course catalog and update. I'm going to show you where the course catalog is as a learner. So if I switch here as a learner, and of course you can have more than one user types, right? What you see here is the course catalog right there. And with the categories, you will see very conveniently that those categories are same with the collection names in TalentLibrary, because they are there in meaningful groupings, as Elena said before, to help you organize them anyways in the portal. So if I go, for example, to, let's say, business innovation, I can see those courses. Or if I go, let's say, to, let's see what else we have here. Sales essentials. If I click on that, yes, you can see those as well. Or if you're looking for, let's say, remote working, let's see what I will find here. Yep, can you recognize it? This is the course that we just worked together. So it has the exact name of the collection as a category the moment you untick the button to unhide the course from the catalog. And I'm going to show you a very quick and easy tip, because I can almost see people typing here saying, yeah, but do we have to do it one by one? No. So let's go to the courses again. And I'm going to show you this. When you click again on last updated, so you can see the ones that we just got from TalentLibrary. But you see, when I hover, can you see the little button that comes up? When I hover on the title, I have more and I can tick them. Or you can tick one by one just those that you want to mark and unhide from the catalog. So mass actions and show on course catalog. They're by default hidden because they're from the course, right? So defaults hidden, what we want, show And now all of those courses will be visible in the course catalog. When a course is visible on the course catalog, it's not assigned to anybody. So the learner can go to the catalog if they want, they can pick and choose whichever course they want, and they can do the courses. So I hope that helps, and I hope that this is what you are going to try as well on your courses. I think that there is another question as well, and that is a question about how do we notify users. So this comes from an anonymous attendee, and the question is, how can you notify users about the courses that have been assigned to them? Well, I'm going to show you. And of course, I'm talking about notifications. Notifications are automated emails that you will get as a learner based on the actions that you do on the account. For example, you can go to the events engine here, and you can go and add a notification. So what do you want the learners to be notified for? You're giving them a new course. So the event here is what will trigger the notification. So you gave a course, the learner will get an email, you have a new course. Be a little bit more specific on how you want them to get the course, because when you go further into the courses, you see on course assignment, so you assign a course to somebody, or you want it to be on course self-assignment, so they get a course from the catalog. So you have more options. So on course assignment is the way here. Of course, you can select the recipients. Very important here, do not click course learners. You cannot select it either. Why? Because it's not all of the learners of your account. It is the related user. So it is only the learner who got that course. So the person who got the course will get an email when you give them a course. This is where you type your body. You can type anything you want. So the first line is the subject line of the email. So that will be, you got a new course. And then, of course, we can personalize it a little bit more. So that's going to be hi. If you're on a first name basis, you can definitely use it. And you can click on the smart tags here, as we call them, the placeholders, and that will populate that person's name. So that's going to be hi, Elena, if I add Elena to a course. And of course, you got the course. Which course? We click on the course name here, and that will populate the course name that we just assigned that user. Of course, you can really make it your own. You can add as much text as you feel. There's a lot of characters here. And just give it a name. So that's going to be new course. And then create a notification. And that will start working from the time that you do it, the next time you assign a course to somebody. And a quick follow-up question from Cheryl, and then we'll pass the mic to Elena for any conclusion tips if she wants. Cheryl is asking, do this also notify them when you update a learning or add a lesson to a course? I understand that you're talking about adding units or modifying the units to a course. Quick answer is no, but I'm going to show you how to make this visible for them. So when you add a unit to a course, or when you update an existing unit in the course, the quickest way is to drop them a message. Message, send message, and then that could be, of course, the recipient, and of course, that can be the recipient of a specific course, because I just start typing the name of the course, and then you can choose the course, and that will be notifying all the learners. Subject line, body, send message. Imagine it as an email, because it's not only visible inside here, but also a copy of that goes to their email. And the most important move that you have to do is to make sure that they can see the update. So that's a notification you can send them, the email. Very quickly, if you go as an instructor, let's say that I'm going to go into this course. The most important thing that you have to do is go to the users and progress on the right sidebar and synchronize. When you synchronize, you make sure that those that have passed beyond the time that you made the update, they will still be able to see the update. So synchronize, and then of course, depends whether you want to synchronize for people who have completed or not. Again, up to you. But synchronize will guarantee that people will have visibility of the units you updated if they passed beyond the point that you updated before. I know that this is something that you might want to check and you might want to try a little bit more. So please do. And of course, if you need any help or if you have any questions, definitely we are here to talk about it. So one thing that I would like to suggest is to contact us. And I know that there is a lot of questions already. Irini has answered some. I did. Elena did as well. But feel free to send us an email. That's trainingteam@talentlms.com. And Elena, what else do we give in this email today? Trial.
Well, yes, of course. I wanted to, first of all, thank you all for joining, and then to also mention that there is a 14-day trial available. So please feel free to reach out to request your trial if you liked what you saw. And upon your trial, we're going to be there for you to answer any questions and guide you through the process of, getting access to the library up to figuring out, the courses that you may need or any detail related to the courses.
Great. Thank you very much. Thank you, Elena, for being here.
You're welcome. Thank you as well for inviting me. And again, thank you all for listening to us today.
Brilliant. Thank you so much. And thanks, Irini, behind the scenes as well. See you next time and happy training. Bye-bye.
Bye.